In the world of boxing, people have always loved winners. They admire undefeated champions whose names stir strong emotions in fans and strike fear into their opponents. But in every champion's life, sooner or later, a moment of truth arrives. A moment that can destroy everything he has built over the years. Or, on the contrary, force him to gather himself, stand firm, and show the whole world who he truly is. May 12, 2018. New York. Madison Square Garden. This was a night where more than just another title was on the line. For Vasiliy Lomachenko, it was a chance to go even deeper into history, to move up to lightweight, and, in just his 12th professional fight, become a world champion in a third division. For Jorge Linares, it was an opportunity to stop one of the most dangerous technical fighters of the era and prove that at lightweight he was not just the champion, but the true king of the division. The fight was officially set for May 12, 2018 at Madison Square Garden, with Linares defending his WBA lightweight titles, while Lomachenko moved up from 130 to 135 pounds. On one side stood Vasiliy Lomachenko, already a two-division world champion, an Olympic gold medalist, and a fighter with an almost mythical reputation for angles, timing, footwork, and distance control. Coming into the fight, his professional record was 10 wins and 1 loss, and the conversation around him had long gone beyond just being a champion. He was considered one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. On the other side was Jorge Linares, a three-division world champion, highly experienced, technical, fast, with a sharp jab, a dangerous straight right hand, and more natural size for the lightweight division. Before the fight, he held a record of 44 wins and 3 losses, was on a 13-fight winning streak, and had a reputation as one of the most elegant and dangerous lightweights of his time. Before the opening bell, many believed that Linares' size, experience at the weight, and straight punches could create serious problems for Lomachenko. And that is exactly why this fight was so big. Not just a star versus a champion, but a master of adaptation against a high-level natural lightweight. Lomachenko was stepping into a new division against an opponent who not only knew how to box, but could truly punish mistakes. The Guardian noted both before and after the fight that Linares looked bigger in the ring and had a noticeable physical advantage after rehydration. Round 1. The first round was very cautious and attentive. Linares immediately tried to work behind the jab, keep the distance, and prevent Lomachenko from getting into his rhythm early. Lomachenko, as is often the case in big fights, did not force the action from the opening seconds. He observed, tested the tempo, and looked for how his opponent reacted to his movement and entries from the left side. Live reports described the opening as close, but with the impression that Linares looked slightly more stable in the first 3 minutes. Round 2. In the second round, Lomachenko began to settle into the fight. Linares continued to maintain structure with his jab and long range, but the Ukrainian started finding more moments for short combinations, mixing in body shots and showing that simply controlling the fight with the lead hand would not be enough. It was not full control yet, but it was clear that Lomachenko was reading his opponent's rhythm much better than at the start. Many live descriptions leaned this round toward Lomachenko. Round 3. The third round became another important stretch for Lomachenko. He was stepping in at angles more often, timing his entries into mid-range better, and gradually imposing the geometry of the fight where he is most dangerous. Linares did not look lost, did not lose discipline, and continued to respond, but more and more often it was Lomachenko who was winning the exchanges through accuracy and speed in transitioning between punches. This was the point where the fight moved from early probing into a more serious tactical battle. Round 4. In the fourth round, Lomachenko looked more confident. He began stepping inside more decisively, worked more in combinations, and forced Linares not only to attack but to react. The champion had his moments, including some clean right-hand counters, but the overall impression of the round was this: Lomachenko was beginning to impose his technical will on the fight. Not domination yet, but a clear signal that this was no longer an even exchange. It was a gradual adaptation by the Ukrainian to both the new weight and the specific opponent. Round 5. The fifth round was, for many, one of Lomachenko's best up to that point. He applied pressure more effectively, made Linares miss more often, landed sharp combinations, and gave the impression that he was beginning to take control of the tempo. It started to feel like Lomachenko was gradually taking over the fight. But it is important to note that Linares did not break. He remained dangerous, continued looking for his straight punches, and never lost belief that he could turn the fight with one precise shot. As it turned out shortly after, that was not just a theory. Round 6. The sixth round became the turning point of the entire fight. Up until the closing moments, Lomachenko looked fairly confident, but near the end of the round, Linares landed a clean straight right hand and sent the Ukrainian to the canvas. The first knockdown of Lomachenko's professional career. This is one of the key undeniable facts of that night. All major post-fight reports agree on one thing: Linares' right hand was perfectly timed, and Lomachenko hit the canvas for the first time as a pro. Round 7. After the knockdown, the seventh round was extremely important psychologically. And the key thing Lomachenko showed here was that he did not fall apart. He did not rush and recklessly trying to get it back. Linares, on the other hand, gained a serious boost of confidence. He now knew he could reach the favorite and truly hurt him. As a result, the fight became even more tense. Round 8. In the eighth round, Lomachenko began to take back control. After the dangerous moment in the previous round, he returned to his style: angles, combinations, punches from different positions, constant pressure on his opponent's defense. Round 9. The ninth round kept the fight in a very fine balance. That is exactly why the official scorecards at the time of the stoppage were so close. One judge had it 86-84 for Lomachenko, another scored it 85-85, and the third had it 86-84 for Linares. Linares remained competitive, but Lomachenko began to look more active again, working more in combinations and gradually pushing his opponent into positions where he could no longer rely solely on the jab and wait for a single right hand. Round 10. The 10th round became the resolution of the entire night. Lomachenko once again increased his combination work, took control of the distance, and at one moment landed a sharp left hand to the body during an exchange. Linares went down to one knee. He got up very late, right on the edge of the count, but referee Ricky Gonzalez decided to stop the fight. The official time was 2:08 of the 10th round. That is how Lomachenko won by technical knockout, captured the lightweight titles, and became a world champion in a third weight division in just his 12th professional fight. And that was the essence of this fight. Lomachenko did not just showcase technique. He showed that he could go through real adversity, survive a knockdown, adapt, and still finish the night as the winner. And Linares, in turn, proved that he was not just another opponent for a showcase performance. He was a real test, big, tough, dangerous, and completely legitimate.